Hello internet, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a little while. I've been traveling the past few months, but I am back at it with YouTube. I'm hopeful to have more of a routine now, posting at least one video a week to hopefully make this my career. But today's video I am doing a paint by number. I have this really big paint by number. As you can tell, it's really big. The picture is this deer here, so hopefully that will go well. That's today's plan for video, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first we are starting with the packaging. Here's the beautiful box it came in, and first step is to unpack this all, of course. So I'm gonna open it up. Alright, and there it is. You don't need that box anymore, just toss that down. And this is what it looked like when we first opened it. We obviously have the big canvas, which we're going to be painting on. And it was nicely wrapped in plastic, so nicely protected. And then on the inside, it came with this stuff. So, first of all, is the paint stuff in the little plastic bag there. We got paintbrushes and paint and stuff. And then for some reason it came with a sheet of paper of, like, it's the same painting but on like paper and smaller. So I don't know why that came with that. And also these things, I don't know what they're for. I still haven't figured that out. But it came with the kit. So if you know what it's for, comment down below. Alright, so here's the painting stuff. We got the paint, the brushes. So in with the brushes came like screws and like the hanging knob things. I don't know what they're called, but the little gold things in the with the brushes, whatever those are for hanging the pictures. So if you're done, you want to hang that. And it came with 3 paintbrushes, and actually for a kit, surprisingly, the paintbrushes were really nice. They came with this kit, so that's nice. They got good details and stuff for making stuff. And then here's the painting stuff. The paint, I guess there was 20 colors in all. Okay, so then I went to open the paint, and because I was ready to paint, and I looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute, it looks a little dry. So I touch it, and it is dry. This is when I realized all the paint that in this kit is dried up because it's an old kit that someone gave me. Alright, so then I checked the rest to make sure they weren't dry, but of course they were dry. All of them were dry. So what I had to do is pull the paint out so then I could mix up my own paint to make matching color to go with it. So that was the first step before starting to paint, was making the right color. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up. This first color is like a gray blue, kind of like, I guess it's kind of what it looked like to me. So alright, so for this color I put some gray in and then some black to make it like more of a darker gray because I didn't have a darker gray. So to mix it in, I didn't want to put too much black, so I just put some on a stick. I usually just use some coffee stirs to mix up paint. That's what I do. Oh, and then while I was trying to put on this cap, I was really struggling and it splattered all over my hand. So I got paint on my hand, but yeah, so this is how I made this color. And then I added some white as well because I added a little too much black, but I didn't show that part because it would be a lot of mixing. But it was pretty close once I did that. So now let's start with the first color going on number 1. So there was a lot of curves on these, like it was hard to paint in on the lines. I'm not the best at painting in the lines sometimes, but it was kind of satisfying. So basically what I did is I started like from the outside and did like the outline, and then I filled it in. It just made sense, it made to me, so that's what I did. And plus it helps me to not get outside of the lines, because if I do the outline first, then there's like a border that I have to stay in, I guess, if that makes sense. But when I was doing this, I realized this is going to take a long time. Like, I'm a slow painter, and just this one spot here for this first color, this one spot, it took me like 15 minutes just to do the border and fill it in. So I was like, you know what, this is gonna take a long time. So this is when I decided I'm not gonna film everything for painting this painting, like every single spot I paint, because that would be hours of footage and lots of editing. So I just decided to do at least like one spot for each color during this. Obviously I haven't finished this painting yet. Next week's video will finish it, but for all the ones I've done like showing at least one spot coloring in for each color, so you can kind of get the feel of I'm painting it, I guess. So just enjoy the satisfying painting and filling in. It was kind of fun. Alright, and voila, almost done with color number 1. If only it went that quickly in real life. So like I got most of it done, and then I kind of just switched and flipped over the painting so I could do the rest of the other side. There wasn't as much on the other side, but yeah, just quickly finished that up. For the first color I did show more painting than for the others because I didn't know how long it was going to take. But yeah, there we go. That's when I completed all of number 1 that I had noticed anyway. Sometimes there were tiny spots that I missed, and I, like, as I was going over other colors and noticed them, I'm like, oh, I forgot the one. So anyway, now moving on to color number 2. And I didn't really show mixing for any of the other colors because that would just be a lot of mixing and kind of boring footage. So I decided on that. But yes, we're moving on to number 2. Woohoo! Alright, voila, color number 2 complete. It really looks great the more colors I add. I liked seeing it like come together over time. It was really fun. And so now color number 3. Number 3, it was kind of hard to see me paint because it was like an off-white purple, I guess, in a way. That's how it looked to me anyway. So I tried like zooming in so you could see better, but it's kind of hard to see. So hopefully you can see alright. And then voila, color number 3 complete already. Wow, I wish it went this fast in real life. But anyway, next color, number 4, another gray. There was lots of grays to start off with, which was very nice. And then I tried a zoom in for some of these paintings. I don't know if that's like satisfying or not to zoom in so you could see the lines better, or how much I get out of lines. Anyway, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this satisfying to watch the zoom in painting, or do you prefer to see the whole picture? And number 4 complete. Woohoo! Now we move on to color number 5, which was a kind of yellowy color in a way. It was an interesting color, but there's another close-in. I don't know if you guys like that. It's kind of satisfying to me. But there we go. Color number 5. Woohoo! Color number 5 done. Now time for color number 6. Yay, color number 6 complete. I really like the green. It made everything kind of help like pop the colors. I don't know. It just looks really nice. And then I moved on to color number 7, another gray. color number 7 complete, and now I moved on to color number 8. This number 8 spot was really tiny. I don't know if you can tell by the size next to my hand, but it was really tiny and hard to paint. Alright, so this was basically the last color I did for this video because I started color number 10, but then I didn't have time to do any of color number 10. So basically that's it for this video. And this is what I was able to complete for this week's video. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to do this whole thing, so this is part 1, as you've probably already seen in the title. But I think I made good progress for 1 week. I'm a slow painter, so good progress. If you are interested to see the final result, come back next week to see the final video, part 2 of me completing this.